Dear students, in this video we will discuss about the reciprocal factorial function. In previous video we have discussed about the factorial notation. This is the reciprocal factorial function or notation. And the expression is this. Here 1 by x plus 1, x plus 2 into x plus n. This is denoted by factorial x is to the power n, and this is called as reciprocal factorial function of order n. Here differencing is 1. That means the value of h is 1. But if the value of h is different from 1, then we are having a general formula, which is this. Reciprocal factorial function of order n is equals to 1 by x plus h, x plus 2h, x plus nh. This is the expression, general expression. Fine. Now again find out the difference of this reciprocal function of order n. So forward difference by the formula, this is equals to x plus h power minus n minus x minus n. Fine. Now substitute the value of this with the help of this. Just replace x by x plus h here. So we get this expression minus reciprocal function of order n is this. Simplify this. So what we get? We get minus nh reciprocal function of order n plus 1. After simplification we get this, because here if n is here, then here is n, and after simplification you will see that here we have n plus 1. So that's why reciprocal function of order n plus 1. This is fine. Similarly you can find out the second order difference, which is equals to this, and if you generalize this, so here we are having rth order reciprocal function. So here rth order difference, rth order forward difference of this reciprocal function of order n is equals to this, and you can easily find out from this. So this will be the expression minus 1 raised to the power r n, n plus 1, n plus r minus 1, because here if order is 2, then we are having 1 here. So if order is r, then r minus 1. H raised to the power 2, if here is 2, since here is r, so h raised to the power r, and then reciprocal function of order n plus 1, because here if here is 2, then here is n plus 2, here is r, so n plus r. So this will be the general formula. Now if you are finding the general expression for h is equals to 1, so just substitute h is equal to 1, so this will be the specific form. Now here is a note. If suppose in place of x we are having ax plus b, a linear function, then this will be the formula minus na ax plus b, factorial notation for ax plus b of order n plus 1. So this will be the reciprocal factorial function, and this will be when you are finding this, you will see one more important thing, which is that here is you are finding the first order difference, and the here order will be n plus 1. Here the order is n, here is n plus 1. So that's why we can say that this difference of reciprocal function is actually nothing but the integration of the function, because after integrating this we are getting n plus 1 power. Again integrating, again finding the difference, again its power is increasing. That's why this is like a integration. Fine. So here this. Now the next is inverse operator of delta. Inverse operator of delta. So the process of finding yx, here we have used yx to denote that y is a function of x, and where delta yx is given. That means in previous cases or previous examples, generally yx is given to you, then you are generally finding the delta yx. However, in this case delta yx is given to you and the aim is to find out yx. So this is the inverse process to find out yx. So the process of finding yx when delta yx is given is known as inverse finite difference operator. How to find out this? So if delta yx is suppose ux, this is already given to you. So aim is to find out yx. So just apply delta inverse both sides. So here we will have yx is equal to delta inverse ux. The symbol delta inverse or 1 by delta is called the inverse of the operator delta. This is the inverse operator, and delta inverse is analogous to integration. Fine, this is analogous to the integration. Now these are some standard results. Delta inverse of x, factorial notation of x of order n. So since this is dealing like an integration, so after integrating this we are getting factorial notation of x raised to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. That means we are having factorial notation of x of order n plus 1. Similarly here, this is the general one. Here we are having ax plus b. Then again apply this formula. So just like integrate this, so you will get ax plus b of order n plus 1 divided by a n plus 1. Similarly here we are having reciprocal factorial notation of order n. So this will be nothing but factorial notation of x of order minus n plus 1 divided by minus n plus 1, and here is the linear one. So these are the general formulae. Now we are having one example. Obtain the function whose first difference is this. First difference is already given to you, and aim is to find out function. So delta f of x is this. So to find out this or to use this formula, first we have to represent this function with the help of factorial notation. So how to deal this with? So the factorial notation is this, and we have achieved this with the help of synthetic division. I think you have remembered this. So here I am taking an example. I am taking you the procedure. So first you have to write down the coefficient of here 2, here is 2, x cube, then minus 3x square, so coefficient of x square, then here is 3x, coefficient of x is 3, then here is minus 10, then we will start with 1, write down here 0, add these two numbers, 2 plus 0 is 2. Now 1 into 2 write down here, then add these two, minus 1. Then 1 into minus 1 is minus 1, then add these two, so we are getting 2, and left out one term. Then here is 2, increase this 1 by 1, so we get 2, again start with the 0, 2 plus 0 is 2, 2 into 2 write down here 4, add these two, 3, and left out one term here. Then increase this again by 1, so we are getting 3, here is 0 and left out this, so this will be 2. So start with this. Here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4 quantities, so start with this. This is represented by D, this is represented by C, this is represented by B, and this is represented by A. So here this is actually nothing but, in factorial notation, is a x cube plus b x square plus cx plus d, and the values of a b c d is achieved here. When after substituting these values we are getting this after this. And now f of x according to this inverse operator, delta inverse is equal to this. So just integrate this. So after integrated we are getting x factorial integration x. I am this integrating this 4 divided by 4 multiply by this 2 plus 3, integrate this, so power 3 by 3 plus 2, it's a linear term, its power is 2 divided by 2, and minus 10x. After simplification we get this, and now substitute the values of these factorial notation. So 1 by 2, this is nothing but x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3, we are taking differencing as 1, plus this is nothing but x into x minus 1 into x minus 2. Similarly this second order difference is second order factorial notation is nothing but x into x minus 1 minus 10x. After simplification we get this. So this is the procedure to get this. Fine. This is another example, and you may take this just as your exercise. Just note down these and simplify accordingly. Here yx is given to you. So first, uh, what is the aim is to write down this in factorial notation, and since this is 1 by 3x plus 1, 3x plus 4, 3x plus, so obviously we have to write down this in reverse reciprocal function, inverse reciprocal function. So what we can do, just take 3 common, 3 common, 3 common, so that's why 3 raised to the power 3, what we get, x plus 1 by 3, x plus 4 by 3, x plus 7 by 3. And in terms of, because generally reciprocal function, if you remember this formula is this. Here we have x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus this. So here you have to add and subtract 1 in each term. So that's why we are getting this kind of x plus 1 by 3 minus 1 minus 3. Fine. And order is 1, 2 and 3. It's the order of 3. So this will be, after simplification we get this. And then just find out the second order difference and inverse. So this is the already given to you. So you just understand this. Fine. So this is the procedure to find out the differences. If polynomial is given to you, so first convert the polynomial into reciprocal function form or factorial notation, and then find out the difference, usually liking just like derivative or integration. So this is the procedure. Now here we have taken one example to give you idea how to construct the table, difference table. So suppose we have a data, x is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and corresponding values of y are 9962, 9848, 9659, 9397 and so on. So now find out the fourth order difference at x is equal to 10. This is yx. Here is 10. Similarly, a third order difference of y at x is equal to 25. Fine. So now first we will construct the table. So what are the x? X are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. So they are listed here. Corresponding values of y are listed here. Now first find out the first order difference, forward difference. So here 9848 minus this 9962, difference of these two numbers in forward direction, this minus this is equals to minus 114. 9659 minus 9848 is equals to this, and similarly rest of the differences they are listed here. Now find out the second order difference, again following the same procedure, minus 189 minus 114, so we are getting minus 75, minus 262 minus 189, which is minus 73 and so on. Now find out the third order difference, minus 73 minus 75, so we are getting 2. The difference of minus 72 and minus 73 will be 1, and similarly 3. Again find out the next order difference, so we are getting 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2, and then last one is the fifth order difference, which is 2 minus 1 is 3. So this is the difference table. Now what is your aim? Your aim is to find out the fourth order difference of y at x is equal to 10. Since we have constructed, here is the fourth order difference in forward direction. This is forward delta. However, this is the nabla. This is nabla. So here to find out this, we have to move in the forward direction. If you remember the forward difference table, the movement is in this direction. So here we have to move in this direction. So first we have to move in this direction, and this is x is equal to 10 because here is 10. Here is 10. So we have to move in this direction. In this direction along x is equal to 10, and x equal to 10 means second index, second value. So in each column we have to take second value. So movement is along second values, and here is the fourth order column is this. So when we are moving along second values in each column, here we have to reach, and this value is 2. So this value is 2. That's why the value of del 4 y10 is 2, which is written here. Fine. Now second one is nabla, and we know that this is a backward difference operator, so movement is in this direction, and here is x is equal to 25, x equal to 25 is this, that means second last value. So we will take second last value in each column and move along this and reach to this, because this is again a third order difference. So here is the value, this is the third order difference, and movement is along this, so we will reach to this point, and this is nothing but 1. So this is the calculation. Fine. So now next is example is evaluation of missing terms. Assume that the following values of y belong to a polynomial of degree 4. Compute the next three values. So here these values are given to you. Aim is to find out these values, and since here we are not discussing extrapolation, here is we are discussing the interpolation, so that's why we have to consider these values in the table. So suppose here is y5, y6 and y7. These values are denoted by y5, y6 and y7. So they are listed here. So we have to construct the table. So this is x values from 0 to 7, corresponding y values from here to here, and we have assumed that this is y5, y6, y7. So they are listed. Then find out the first order difference. That means minus 1, so minus 2. 1 minus this is 2. So they are listed here. Similarly, second order difference, third order difference and fourth order difference. We have taken only fourth order difference. Why? We have not go beyond this, because only given values are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 set of data points is already given to you. And we have proved one theorem which says that if the degree of the polynomial is n, then nth order difference will be constant and n plus 1th difference will be 0. So we will utilize that theorem. So since the degree of the polynomial is here 4 already given to you, so its fourth order difference will be constant and fifth order differences will be 0. So here we have taken only fourth order difference. So here we are getting 16 y5 minus this, y6 minus 4 y5 plus 11, and since they are constant, and here in this column the constant value is 16, so that's why y5 minus y15 is 16, y6 minus 4 y5 plus 11 is also 16, y7 minus 4 y6 plus 6 y5 minus 5 is also 16. So that's why we are getting three equations. We will get three equations. These are the equations. Their values are 16, 16, 16. Now simplify this. So after simplification we get the value. y5 is 31, y6 is 129 and y7 is 351. So this is the procedure. Now we are having another example or last example in this topic of finite differences, which is missing term technique. Missing term technique. That means among the given data some terms are missing. For example, here we are having 5 set of data points. Among these 5 sets, 2 values are missing. Missing values are for x equal to 50, this is missing, and for x is equals to 60 is missing here. So aim is to find out these two values. Suppose this value is denoted by y1 and this value is denoted by y3. So they are listed here. So for 45 value is 3, for 50 value is missing, which is denoted by y1. Then for 55 here we have 2. For 60 suppose this value is y3, and for 65 minus 2.4, and then find out the differences. Fine. And since you can see here we have only 1, 2 and 3 data points, so we can fit a polynomial of degree 2. Here 3 data points is given to you, so we can fit a polynomial of degree 2. So that's why its second order difference will be constant and third order difference will be 0. Third order difference will be 0. So if you are finding the third order difference, then these values should be 0. They will be 0. So that's why here we have equating these two last column values as 0, 0. And then after simplification we get these values. So this is the procedure for finding the. So this is the procedure. And now in the next theorem we will start interpolation. Thank you.